Hi students, I am delighted to have you back. In this e-session, let us deviate our flow from prose and poetry part to vocabulary enhancement content, that is affix. Without any hiatus, let me explain you all the definition and usage of affixes. Well, affix is an addition to the base form of word in order to modify its meaning or create a new word. If at all you have a root word, if you add a word or letters, set of letters, or simply a letter, it becomes an affixed term. Let us dig deep into this. Affixes have two forms. First one is prefix. Let us know what prefix and its different terms are. Prefix is an element placed at the beginning, please mind it, placed at the beginning of a word to adjust or qualify its meaning. For example, these are the prefixes that I have selected: un, non, dis, mis, anti, ill, in, im, ir. So these are the prefixes that we shall learn in depth. First one is non. Its meaning is absence of something. First example is nonsense, non-stop, non-violence, non-profit, non-specific, and finally non-payment. So these are a set of words that go with non. There are umpteen such words, but I have selected 6 each for every prefix. The next one is un. Un means not. Unable, unarmed, unkind, uncommon, unfortunate, and unhappy. So these are few words that I have selected for the word un. Moving further, the next term is dis, dis. Its meaning is apart, away, or also it can be having a negative or opposite or reversing force. The examples are disagree, disappear, discomfort, dishonest, dishonor, and finally dislike. I hope you are following the pattern of prefixes. Let us continue. The next word is mis. Meaning can be mistaken, or it can be used with a word that means wrong or incorrectly. So let us find the words that go with mis. Misconduct, misfortune, misinterpret, mislead, miscalculate, and finally misprint. So a conduct which is incorrect can be misconduct. So similarly the other words. The next word is anti. You might have heard the word anti, the usage of the same term as anti, but anti is more of an American term, so I request you to use anti, which is a Britain term that we follow. That is, we follow Britain English. Let us continue. Its meaning is against or opposite of. First one is antibiotic, antidote, antiseptic, anti-national, antithesis, and antisocial. So if one is against society, he is termed as antisocial. So anti is used for the words to mean which is against or opposite of. The next term is ill, il. Its meaning is bad or not suitable. Illiberal, illegal, illegible. Legible is nothing but readable. Illegible is which is not readable. Illiterate, illogical, and illicit. Licit is which is lawful. Illicit is which is not lawful. The next term is in, which the meaning is not. Inability, inappropriate, inactive, injustice, invalid, and finally insensible. So these are the words for in. The next term is im. Its meaning is negative, impossible, immobile, immortal, imbalance, immeasurable, finally impure. I request you to learn this trick with ill, im, and ir. Ill, that is il, is used with the words that begin with el, that is illegal, illegitimate, illiberal, illogical, etc. Whereas im is concerned, im is used with root words beginning with p, m, and b. The examples are here: p, impossible, m, immobile, and b, imbalance. So please make note of this as a hint. Next up, ir. The meaning is not or without. Another trick to remember ir is used with the root words beginning with r, that is irrational, irresponsible, irresistible, irrelevant, irreplaceable, and finally irrevocable. So ir is used with the root words beginning with r. I hope you're following the tricks and also the explanation of these prefixes. So with ir, we come to the end of the prefixes. Let us go to the next part of affix, that is suffix. Affixes, as I told you in the beginning, has two prominent components, that is prefix, and let us study now suffix. Suffix is a letter or a group of letters added at the end of a word which makes a new word. So prefix is used before the root word. Suffix is used at the end of a root word. The examples are many, but I have jotted here a few. Age, all, wise, meant, ness, ship, ly, full, less, etc. The first one is age. Age comes in the end of a root word and makes the word an action or a process. For example, marriage. Age is in the ending. Please note that. Drainage, orphanage, package, outage, breakage. Outage is nothing but when the process of power is not there, electricity is not there, we can call it power outage, which is a process of not having electricity. So these are the words that age comes in the end of. Next one is all, meaning is pertaining to. Fictional, so all is used because anything that you're talking about pertains to fiction. So fictional. Optional, pertaining to option, optional. Regional, pertaining to region, regional. Similarly, musical, accidental, and logical. Next one is wise. The meaning is it is used when you want to state in relation to. For example, likewise, clockwise, togetherwise, otherwise, line-wise, branch-wise. So wise is used when you want to state about its relation to. The next one is MENT, meant. Its meaning is condition. The first word is enchantment. Nextly, achievement, argument, encouragement, excitement, and finally punishment. It's a condition one undergoes. The next term is NESS. Its meaning is state of being. State of being dry is dryness. State of being high is highness. State of being dark is darkness. And similarly, sickness, happiness, and rudeness. It is a state of being something. When such a thing happens, one can use NESS. The next one is ship, SHIP, which means a position held. For example, friendship, hardship, internship, relationship, citizenship, and finally partnership. So these are the words that go with ship. These are the root words that go with ship, which means position held. The next term is ly, which means related to or that signifies quality. Example, softly, slowly, crazily, affectionately, abruptly, and finally anxiously. The next term is FUL, meaning is full of or characterized by. FUL is a term. First one is meaningful. Most of the students use FULL, which is incorrect. The word is meaning, and you just need to add ful, which becomes meaningful. Similarly, wonderful, handful, hopeful, helpful, boastful. So these are the words that come with ful, which is usually mistaken with full. That should not happen. LESS, that is without, it is added to the root word to make it without. Example, meaning. To make the term without, we can use LESS and make it as meaningless, fearless, without fear, spotless, without any spot, mindless, without mind, homeless, without home, helpless, without help. Words, WARDS, words, its meaning is it is used to state direction, towards, afterwards, backwards, onwards, downwards, and finally sidewards. So it is used to state direction, WARDS. Just add words to TO, it becomes towards. Please note that WARD is used in American terminology. So they use toward, afterward, backward, whereas Britain English says that yes is mandate. So WARDS is what we need to use. The next term is TY or ITY, which suggests quality. Extreme, extremity, validity, enormity, security, compatibility, and finally availability. So these are the root words that go with TY and ITY. The next one is able, that is the meaning is capable of being. Adapt, so one if he or she is capable of being, one can be adaptable. Similarly, portable, believable, if one can have the quality to believe, to be believed, so we can use believable. Adorable, available, finally manipulable. So with this we come to the end of the explanation of affix. As you all know, affix is nothing but a letter or a group of letters that are used either in the beginning or in the end to make a new word, to form a new word. So affixes are two in number, that is prefix and suffix. Prefix is nothing but a letter or a group of letters used in the beginning of a root word to change its form. And suffixes are nothing but a letter or a group of letters that are used in the end of root word to change its form. So I hope you have understood. I'd like to give a note here, dear students. We must keep in mind that use of affixes is not as easy as a cakewalk, and it's not a rocket science either, students. It's not just difficult for non-native speakers, English speakers like us. We do not belong to English country, so it's not difficult just for us but also for the native English speakers as well. That is because affix does not possess set rules and regulations like other Grammatical components are like articles, which has set rules and regulations. Concord, that is subject verb agreement, has set rules and regulations. But whereas affix, that is prefixes and suffixes, are concerned, we do not have set rules and regulations. We have some hints like I gave you for il, im, ir, for prefixes like il, im, ir. We can use them as hints, but we do not have substantial rules and regulations. So, how to master affixes? Well, it is very simple. Scrupulous reading, that is, constant reading of books, and continuous reference, that is, one has to refer to valid sources to master affixes. I hope you have understood the content affix. Let us bring your attention, let me bring your attention to the assignment that is for the day. Affix the following terms with a suitable prefix or a suffix and use them in your own sentences. So I have a set of prefixes and I have set of suffixes to be added to these root words that I shall give you as an assignment. So you need to use a prefix to human and use it in your own sentence. For example, human, you can use a prefix to this. Which one shall you use? Let me give an example. Human can go with inhuman and use the word inhuman in your own sentence. The next word is alcohol. The next root word is manage. Next up, usual, spelled, climax, approve, regular, legitimate, and finally moral. So these are the root words to which you should use prefixes to. As far as suffixes are concerned, these are the root words. Rec, for example, wreckage, and use wreckage in your own sentences. Up, arrange, love, nation, color, shame, equal, remark, and finally king. Submit your assignment at the earliest. Take not more than 2 days to submit your assignment, which is very easy assignment considering the other assignments. So I hope you shall submit it within a day or two. Once your submission is done, I shall send you the answers of this particular question that is put forth as an assignment. Thank you, dear students. Have a good day.